What would I have done differently when I first started off my business? See, I've been in business going slowly on 20 years. I've had some successes, I've had some failures, I've had some wins, I've had some losses. I've been lucky enough to travel around the world, but sometimes I just sit around and wonder, what would I have done differently? I made up a list for you, and that's what we're going to cover in today's 3 and 5 with Patrick Almond. Welcome back. This week, we're going to talk about 3 things that I would have done differently when I first started off my business. Now, if you're someone who's been in business for a while, you've probably made your share of mistakes and had some wins and fails like I have. But this video is geared towards someone who may not have the experience that I have under my belt. If you're someone who's just starting off or you just opened up your doors, this is a crucial video for you. And by the way, if you're wondering who I am, my name is Patrick Almond, and I run a digital marketing agency at allaboutfocus.com, and I crank out these weekly 5-minute videos for you to make you a better business owner. So when I was pondering that question, what would I have done differently in my business on the marketing side or just the general running of my business side, that probably could easily come up with 50 things, but on the marketing side, here are the top 3 things that I would have done differently when I first set up my business. And these are going to cover marketing, but these are going to cover some other areas also. The first thing that I would have done is spent a lot more time on marketing. Now, I know that seems kind of obvious and kind of redundant, but that's one of my biggest regrets in my past, is just not spending enough time doing what I'm doing right now, is basically training people, spending time going out looking for new prospects, filling up my funnel, just focusing on finding the ideal customer avatar, calling up that person, spending time on the phone, making sure there was a backlog, making sure I had, not just one form of income, but 20, 30, or 50 forms of income. Back when I first started my business, I had one big customer. And that customer paid me very well, the most I'd ever been paid in my life. And this was back in the end of 98, beginning of 99. I quoted what I thought was an incredible price, and it worked out very well. So I had that one big customer for the longest time. And then I transitioned to another big customer, and that was a big government customer, and that one lasted a long time and paid very well and had a great time doing it. And then that went on to a third. Same situation, just one really well-paying customer that employed me and several people underneath me. And all that time, I spent time focusing on doing what we did really well. I busted my chops and spent all day long doing the thing that we do. Even when I had people working for me, what I should have been doing is spending less and less time doing the tactic and more time running the business and marketing. So you've heard the phrase that the owner of the business should be working on their business, not in their business. That's probably my number one regret over the years, is not working on my business more than in my business. So please, if you're watching this, you take nothing away from this video, realize that you just spend a ton of time on marketing. And as soon as possible, start offloading the trivial things in your business, so that's your number one focus, is spending more time on marketing. The number two thing I would have done as soon as possible, as soon as I had a website, is I would have started building my email list. Social media sites are coming and going. You have banner ads, you have all different kinds of ways of marketing. However, email is the one thing that's stayed consistent, and it's not going away anytime soon. Having a big email list is very important to be able to sell customers later, to figure out who your fans are, to basically warm up prospects over time, to keep people informed about your newsletters, about your videos like I do, things like that. Your email list is gold. Your email list is money in the bank. You can basically go to your email list when you want, a very responsive email list, shake it out and make several $1,000s if you're curating it right and if you're building it on a consistent basis. Now, I know this may sound depressing if you don't have an email list, but trust me, at some point in time, everybody had an email list with 0 people on it. So if you're just getting started and you have only 1 or 2 people, then don't worry about it, it'll happen. But please, get started on building your email list as soon as possible. And the third thing that I probably would have done differently when I first started my business is doing what I'm doing right now, and that's make myself more of an educational centered business and build more educational content. One of the best ways that's helped me bring in new leads, new prospects, and close people easier has been the fact that people can learn about me and what we do and how we do it online before they ever call us, before they ever pick up the phone, before they ever email us, before they ever write a check. And that's because of the TV work I've done, because of the educational blog posts, the educational podcasts, and these videos like this. By the time we walk into someone's office, they already know about us. They already know my pattern of speech. They already know my philosophies. They already know the way I work, the things I like, the things I advocate, and the things that I don't like. And that makes selling and closing our services a lot easier. I don't have to go through a big pitch, a big spiel. Usually by the time I get inside the door and I'm sitting down with somebody, it's not a matter of, are we going to work with you? It's a matter of when can we get started. So again, as a quick recap, I would have spent a lot more time doing the marketing itself. I would have built my email list a lot sooner, and I would have built a lot more educational content. I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, please hit me up on social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, on YouTube. I would remind you to go subscribe on YouTube also so you can get videos like this from the future inside your email box. And if you have any questions, like I said, shoot them to me. Most of the questions I answer on these videos come from people like you on social media. People tweet me questions, Facebook me, search me questions, all kinds of things. And I love getting those because I want to make sure that the answers I give help you in your business. Also, please stay tuned for the 3 in 5 podcast and the 3 in 5 app, which is coming up. And be sure, like I said already, go and subscribe on YouTube. I hope this has been helpful for your video. Go ahead and watch the next 3 in 5 video. Go watch one of the 20 or 30 older 3 in 5 videos. Learn more, stay sharp, and grow a great business. We'll talk again soon.